Hey, Jay Young here. I read the first article, What is Middle School, by Lounsbury, and some of the main points that I'd like to talk about today um, that the article talked about, obviously, is just how it started out from the K through 8, and then it went on to high school. That's how it used to be. So we see that so they ran into some issues. The article discusses like there was overcrowding, students weren't really getting what they needed, um, and so then it kind of shapes from there. It goes from K through 8, um, and then it kind of goes to K through 6, um, and then junior high was implemented, grades 7 through 9. We also have the high school, obviously 9 through 12 that happened. So after there's junior high, the article discusses how it was really structured, it was really organized, and it was more based off grade structure. It didn't really bring the philosophy of middle school, which, obviously teachers should show those students attention and really help them grow individually and grow uniquely on their own by giving those emotional, intellectual, and social needs that they need. This was the kind of concept and philosophy of middle school that's discussed in the article. It wasn't really there. And so there was a lot of issues they kind of ran into. So after we see that it started from K through 8 to high school, there was just elementary and high school. Then there was junior high that was implemented, grades 7 through 9. Eventually, it goes to that there is an idea of having a middle school. And so the middle school then was grades 6 through 8. And finally, the students were able to really get what they needed. They were able to grow and really find themselves, and so they were able, and that helps them learn better too. So altogether, the article, it was really cool to kind of see and how things kind of panned out and shaped out how middle school kind of got here. So and this middle school also helped students learn. You had interdisciplinary teaching teams, you had student centered learning, things that they implemented that wasn't really there before when you had just elementary and just high school. Um, this was a lot better. And then you didn't have issues like overcrowding. So the article, it was really good to see how middle school came about. If there was a way I could connect to this article, I like to think about when I was in middle school, how different it was from high school and then from elementary school. You see the difference. Like elementary, they really kind of baby you and help you grow to be, somewhat of a teenager and kind of learn to be more responsible. But I feel middle school, they did that while also implementing what high school does, which is mainly intellectually grow. So on top of that, I remember I was finding myself in middle school. I think middle school is that place that you do find yourself. So emotionally and intellectually, all those things, middle school is needed for that, especially young adolescents. Young adolescents, they need their own place, and so the article does a good job of kind of showing that middle school is needed after all the problems we ran through. If there was one question I could think about, I would like to ask, how can we break down high school, middle school, elementary school any more than we already have? You see we how there was elementary and high school to begin with, then there's middle school. Should we break down kindergarten, like K through 5? Should we break down high school, or should we just keep it the same? So that's my question for you.